I would highly recommend admission into the Pre-Mester program. I think it's just a great way to be curious and to explore all the possibilities that you have at Rhodes on campus, but also the potential that you have as an alum of this institution.
And we're offering full slate of courses, 7 different options for students to pick from, computer programming to psychology of music, with some history, international studies, and chemistry mixed in. What all of these courses have in common is that they're all foundation courses, which fulfills then one of your general education requirements.
Well, our Pre-Mester program is designed to provide first-year students an opportunity to start to build relationships early on, which certainly can help with their sense of belonging and connection to the campus community. They'll already be connected to campus resources, to faculty, and they'll already know where to go to ask for help should they ever need it. And hopefully they'll become leaders on campus much sooner.
We're going to talk about some very difficult issues that are really on the front pages of the news these days, including same-sex marriage, police violence in Black communities and racial injustice, health inequalities, abortion, pornography. I mean, you name it, we're going to talk about it. And what I like about this particular course is that students feel open to having these conversations, and they also understand that the person next to them may have different perspectives, but they learn and they're really willing to grow and kind of develop themselves ethically and morally.
So in the Foundations of Chemistry class, we talk about everything pretty much starting at the beginning of general chemistry, so that it doesn't really matter what your background is. You come on in, we'll talk about everything starting from matter all the way up through thermochemistry and into bonding, so that every student is ready to go on to Organic 1 after this.
There's a whole unit on music and the brain. We look at music and emotion, so that's also the brain, but how it feels. There's a whole chapter on music and well-being, so it's a connection between medicine and music and how it's being used today. We look at performances and compositions and interactions between other fields. So it's a very multi or interdisciplinary look at music, which is kind of fun.
Kind of the idea of the course is to assume that you have never seen computer science before and get you to think like a computer scientist, learn how to program, and be able to apply those skills to a series of different programs throughout the semester that you'll be writing and applying the concepts from the class.
The students will write a research paper, and they get to pick an injustice or some evil in the world that they want to fight against, and they get to write on that topic. So it could be anything from racism, sexism, transphobia, whatever topics that they find are the most interesting, I let them write on those. So that helps sustain their interest in the course, and I find it works pretty well to write about something you care about.
A lot of what we talk about is the issue of sort of the human nature interaction, right? We create cities, we create societies, and we find ourselves in high-risk zones. So we build risk into our built environment, and then a natural process like a hurricane or an earthquake comes along. And what's the impact of that? What does that do, and what does that tell us about ourselves as humans, about how we think about the natural world?
Really, when it comes to the study of international relations, the material in many ways speaks for itself. I think as the crazier the world gets, and as we see all kinds of things going at all corners of the earth, students become very interested in international relations and getting a sense of why that's happening. And so this course tries to bring these issues to life for students, and they inevitably become interested in the issues and think about how to consider these issues from different perspectives.
The career services offer really is to equip students with anything regarding their professional development. So students over the course of 3 days will have the chance to really take a look at their major, their potential major, and how that can bridge to a pathway to their success.